The Threadbare Blanket *** Sokka had always believed that tomorrow would be better. That belief was stitched into the worn fabric of his family's survival theme, fragile but holding together. Each morning, he left their cramped apartment before the sun rose. Navigating the crowded streets of Phnom Penh with weary eyes, his job as a security guard paid little, but it was all he had. His wife, Molly's, worked tirelessly at a garment factory, stitching clothes she could never afford, while their young daughter, Dara, stayed home, her school books growing dust because tuition was a luxury they couldn't spare. But Sokka had dreams. He wanted Dara to study, to break free from the cycle that had bound him and Molly's. He wanted to give her more than a life of struggling for scraps. Then, life reminded him that dreams did not protect against suffering. Malice's factory cut wages, food prices soared, and one cold evening, as rain seeped through the cracked roof of their home, their only blanket wrapped around Dara's frail frame, Sokka realized that hope alone would not keep them warm. He took extra shifts, working through exhaustion, skipping meals so his family wouldn't have to. And yet, it was never enough. One night, Molly's returned home late, quiet and defeated. She placed her hands over his ruff, worn from labor, and whispered that her health was failing. Sokka clenched his jaw, swallowing his fears. He had no money for medicine, no strength to complain. He could only promise her the same words he had always clung to. Tomorrow will be better. But then, something changed. The country's economy started to grow. Factories improved conditions, wages slowly increased, and education reforms were introduced. Schools became more accessible, and Sokka saw his chance. Through sheer determination, he took a leap, leaving behind his long hours of guarding empty buildings for a position as a community coordinator. The pay was better, and for the first time, he could afford Dara's education. With time, things transformed. Molly's received proper treatment, their home was repaired, and Dara finally stepped into a classroom. Her bright eyes filled with the promise of a future Sokka had once only dreamed of. Years later, as he sat at their dining table, no longer balancing survival, but embracing life, he watched Dara preparing for her university entrance exam. She would become a teacher. She would change lives, just as Sokka had fought to change hers. The threadbare blanket of their past was now folded neatly in a drawer, no longer a symbol of struggle, but of resilience, the fabric of a family that never stopped believing in tomorrow.